When seeding your cool season lawn, doing it in fall will always give you the best results. So I suggest if you have a seeding project to tackle, you hold off to like mid to late August. But today we're going to be doing some summer seeding. However, there's one specific thing we need to talk about that will make this seeding project possible. So let's get into it. What's up guys? Today we're going to be seeding an area of my lawn. Now I typically definitely wouldn't recommend that you seed in the summertime because 9 times out of 10 your project will fail. But I'm going to show you this one area of my lawn that will be able to sprout some seeds, and hopefully you can use this specific tactic in your lawn. This is the area that we're going to overseed, and at first glance you're probably wondering what's so special about this area. This is the north side of my house and it actually receives shade for most of the day. Right now it's high noon, so we got a little bit of sun, but this will only be here for a couple hours. So there's no doubt that seeding your lawn in the summertime is definitely a risky project. So what I recommend is if this is your first time doing it, then just seed a small area of your lawn, maybe 250 square feet or 500 square feet. So if the project doesn't go as planned, it's not that big of a disappointment. The good news is as soon as fall gets here, we could always do our project, and that's pretty much guaranteed results. So the only area of my lawn that I would even think about doing a seeding project in the summertime would be in a shady area, which is why I use this seed here. It's a dense shade mix. And not only am I using it because obviously it's for the shade, but it also contains fescue seed, which is the most drought resistant cool season grass. Most people that live in the transition zone, which are zones in the US where they can have either cool season grass or warm season grass, they usually opt for fescue because not only does it perform in the cool season, but it has great resistance to drought, and it doesn't require as much watering, say, as a Kentucky bluegrass. Because now that the summer temps are high, we need every competitive advantage that we can get. Now that doesn't mean that you should just throw down the seed and never water it again, because we're going to need to keep this seed wet consistently at least 3 times a day once the 100-degree temperatures get here. Not to mention the weed pressure is out of control right now. I'll show you the area where I seeded just in a few days how many weeds popped up. So you always got to make sure you apply that tenacity application, or if you want to get it at the store, you can use the Scott Starter Fertilizer plus Weed Preventer to make sure that you kill any weeds that are in the area, because if you have a bunch of weeds sprouting, they're just going to compete for that new baby grass, and then that's just going to be another thing added onto your project that's going to be detrimental to it. So as you guys could see, we actually got some really good germination from that grass seed. But to be honest with you, anybody could grow grass during the summertime and have it germinate. But the real test is to see if we could keep it alive through the hot summer temperatures. So any of you guys that are new to lawn care, right now is absolutely not the time that you want to seed your lawn. The optimal growing conditions are between like 60 and 75 degrees. So if you plan on doing a seeding project, I would probably hold off to around the end of August, depending where you are. Because even though right now we're seeding in the summertime, there's a good chance that the hot sun rays and the blistering sun are gonna do some damage to our grass. So if you do decide to do this, just know that going in, and you really gotta stay on top of your watering, because if you don't, then your project is just gonna go down the drain really fast.